Hey there, I'm Lauren Noel, and today we're going to talk about Math UC. Our family likes getting the Timberdoodle curriculum kits because everything is nicely packed in one box and you can still customize your kits. So they have a lot of different math options that you can choose from, but their main kits come with Math UC as the program from kindergarten through 12th grade. You can swap it out for different programs, but we have really been enjoying Math UC, and here's why. Math UC is a step-by-step mastery program that takes you from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade in a multi-sensory hands-on approach. They start you in kindergarten with primer, which is an introduction to math concepts. And then in first grade, they typically move you to alpha, which is single digit addition and subtraction. My daughter is technically in second grade, but we did not do alpha in first grade. We kind of did some other curriculums, which I regret, but it's okay. We started out doing alpha, and I realized that we actually had enough time to also do beta this year. Even if we have to finish this the last few weeks in the beginning of third grade, that's totally okay because there's only 30 lessons in each book, and a typical school year is 36 weeks. So you have a little bit of leeway. Beta is multiple digit addition and subtraction and also goes over concepts like money and time. The first year that you use Math UC, you're going to get the universal kit. So what that's going to come with is your instructor's manual, your student workbook, which is all of their student pages that they're going to do, a DVD of the lessons, a test workbook, and a big old box of manipulatives. There's a whole box of them. These are just some samples of the hundreds, the tens, and then they have all the way down to ones. So these, they learn to stack them and count them and do all sorts of things. Once you have the manipulatives kit, you never have to get it again. You have one kit that lasts you, and then you can just get the level up kit with just the books that you need, or even just the student workbook kit if you already have the teacher's book from a previous child. I love that they have all those options. It makes it very affordable to do this for multiple children in your household. How Math UC works is that they have 30 different lessons. You can either teach them out of the instructor's book yourself, which is usually what I do. I kind of just skim through the lesson and then go over the important parts. And there's usually some sample problems in there. And we just kind of do the lesson in a couple of minutes. Some people choose to either play the DVD, or they also give you digital access to the Math UC website where you can watch the lessons online. They're excellent, but they are a little bit on the longer side because they do go into more depth. But it can be really good to hear a professional teacher doing it if you don't want to do it yourself. Once you've taught the lesson, you move on to the student notebook, where there are 7 work pages for each lesson. It starts with A and it goes all the way to G usually. The first couple pages are lesson practice, so you're just practicing the skills from the lesson because it is a mastery program. They want you to master that. After that is systemic review, so you might have a couple problems from the lesson and then a variety of problems from past lessons. And then the very last page is an application and enrichment, usually something a little bit more fun, sometimes coloring, drawing, dot to dots, that kind of thing. Typically you'll do 1 work page a day during your week, but as soon as they master the lesson pages, you can skip on to the systemic review, and then even then you don't have to go through all the work pages. We typically do 1 lesson and around 4 to 5 pages of worksheets a week, but sometimes we skip through and do 2 lessons and only 1 or 2 sheets a week if she totally masters the concept and is ready to move on. I love Math UC for just how detailed their instruction book is. It literally explains exactly how to say it, how to teach them, things to watch for, things to work on. And it's not very long. The lessons are usually just a page or 2, sometimes a few more if there's extra pictures and lots of sample problems, but really it makes it very simple. The work pages also don't have a ton of problems, so they're not super overwhelming. I remember math just being pages and pages of time tests when I was little. With Saxon math, was not a fan. So this to me, doing, maybe maximum of 15 problems a day, often less than that, 10 or so, it seems very doable. It doesn't take a really long time, and she doesn't get overwhelmed. The test books is very much like the systemic review. They do, however, give you a test for the end of each lesson if you want to do. We've never used them. They also give the end of each unit, so like lessons 1 through 10 has one. If your child needs extra practice, I think these are great, and probably in the higher levels we will use these. We just haven't used them yet because I do feel like the systemic review has been totally fine so far. But as we get further into it, maybe we will use them. So that is a little bit about Math UC and how we have used it this year in our second grade curriculum. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.